FDP on next generation deep learning for foundation concepts to application intelligence. And today we have an eminent resource person, Ms. Alin Ruba Jones, who is an associate consultant and delivery manager of TCS Chennai. She is a certified professional of safe agilist.
ஆடலையும் பாடலையும் சந்தாலிகளை விட்டு பிரிக்கவே முடியாது.
Joel Dixon, can you mute your mic?
மேள தாளங்களும் ஆடல் பாடல்களும் நிச்சயம் உண்டு.
Joel Dixon, can you mute your mic?
அவர்களது நீளங்களை
Miss Alin Ruba Jones is a certified professional of safe agilist with an experience of 13 years in the field of IT industry, specializing in project management, release management, quality assurance management, and delivery management. With expertise in agile methodologies, she has successfully managed stakeholder expectations and delivered project objectives. Her skills include quality assurance, delivery management, project management, release management, Scrum Master, functional analyst, client management, user training, audit, and document management. Her key highlights include expertise in requirement analyst, quality control, forecasting, scheduling, and planning. She's proven ability to guide project teams in evaluating, recommending, designing, delivering, and supporting effective system and process. Strong analytical and problem-solving skill with the ability to influence and negotiate, hands-on experience with the leading offshore and private sector projects, and also with technical and non-technical teams. We welcome you, ma'am, and the session is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the introduction. So unfortunately, I couldn't able to turn on my video. That is okay, right?
Yeah, it's okay, ma'am. No issues. We could see your shared screen.
Yes. Okay. So, good evening, team. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity for this your program. Okay, so I would like to thank you, Herlin and her entire team, for this opportunity for me in this forum. I wish you all the very best and success to all the team members here. Okay, and so today we would like to discuss something about the industry expectations from emerging professionals. Okay, so since I have been part of the industry, so some of the basic things we will expect from all the professionals. Okay, so those things we will be discussing. So you would have heard many sessions today, day-to-day activities, right, from your respective college or some other forums. You'll be hearing many things, but I don't want to take that as a boring session. So it will be the interactive session. We can ask doubts as well to me. So we can get it started the session. Okay, so we can go to the first slide. Helen. Yeah. So the first industry expectation from us, okay, so industry means what you think. It is a platform, okay, so we'll be collaborating and working and we'll be delivering many things as a industry. So now I've been part of a US telecom domain. So what we do is like the recent launch iPhone 16, right? So that we worked and we delivered many things as a features. So if you're using iPhone or Android or some other devices in your hand, so it has many features. Day by day, many things were coming up, right? So those things are small changes. So as a platform team, as a industry team, we are owning and we are delivering those things, okay? So for that, what is our expectation as from the freshers or the juniors? Okay, so everyone who will be having the industry. So this particular team, I am the delivery manager, so which consists of my team contains dev team, testing team, project managers, and each and everyone. As a team together, we will collaborate and we will deliver. Okay, the first expectation. So you can go to the first slide. Yeah. Next slide. Maybe you can go with the presentation mode so that everyone can see. So the first expectation, right, it is the technical proficiency. So which means it's a solid programming and system knowledge, and we should have the hands-on and project internship experience. Okay, so each and everything we will be discussing at a full manner. So the technical proficiency we are expecting as a expectation is the first one. The second one would be the continuous learning. So, which means whatever the technology you are learning, that is fine. But still, apart from the current curriculum, what else you are learning as a day-to-day basis? Okay, so it will be the AI cloud or cyber security. So upgrade with your certifications and everything. So how you are upgrading yourself with a continuous learning? That is the second expectation. And the third one would be the problem solving ability. Okay, so that will come under the critical thinking. So how you are resolving the problems on time, it's a prompt support. Okay, that is needed. The fourth one would be the adaptability and the agility. So now the program trend would be, the industry trend would be, there are two uh, life cycles, okay, the traditional and the agile. So now the industry, everyone is booming into the agile world. Okay, so how you are adapting the things into the agile terms and conditions, and how your software development activities also involved, that comes under the adaptability and agility. The final one is the professional ethics. So each and every industry have their own code standards, okay, ethics and the morals. So how we are following and adapting that. So these are the five major topics we are going to discuss today. So I think we can start with the technical proficiency. So team, you have any questions on this slide or questions on the last forum? Herlin or someone confirm. So questions on the end of the session, or it can be asked in between itself.
Ma'am, we can have the questionnaire at the end, ma'am.
Okay, sure. Jalila, thank you for the confirmation. So I think we can go with the next slide. Yeah. So here the technical proficiency, okay. The first important sector for this technical proficiency, what we expect is the foundational skills, okay. So there are many programming language you would have learned from your first year onwards. There are many languages we are learning, C++, Java, C, Angular, PHP, any language, okay. But you need to take one programming language as a base, and we need to start building in that as a better programming language with your technical skills. Okay, for our industry majorly we use Java, Spring Boot, microservices. But for that, if you aware of C++ is a well ahead, then this programming language will be used for across the entire industry. Okay, but our, especially our team, our client is looking for all the backend applications. The person should be well enough to handle in Java, Spring Boot, microservices. Okay, that technology and latest Java 8. So it is a booming technology since it's a old Java, but still it is a booming one. Everyone is using. Okay. So my request would be, so one of the programming language, you take that as a base and start developing into the latest tools and frameworks. So in your role, what can be implemented in a better way, right? So for all of you in this forum as a professionals, the next step would be, so you will be acting as a developer only. Okay. So for that, what is the base I need to take it up? So that we need to understand. The second point would be the software development fundamentals. Maybe that you will be learning in your curriculum itself. It will be consist of the data structures, algorithms, and the design patterns. Okay. And coming to the third one, it will be the industry standards and the coding practices. Okay. So now it will be the mandatory one for each and every industry as a developer, or which role you are going to play. So that is an important role for everyone. Okay. So what is that coding standard it contains? So the naming conventions and the consistent formatting, and we need to avoid the complex code. So how you are handling the exceptions and the error handling. So each and everything is noted So we need to be careful in that industry standards and practices. Okay. So these are the foundation skills we will be expecting. The next would be the adaptability to technology trends. So nowadays, right, there are many new tools, technologies, methodologies. It is coming in a day by day activity, right? The artificial intelligence is the major one with the machine learning. So, the industry is booming. Next step ahead to AI. Okay, so our team, we have started just into the part. So to avoid the manpowers. Okay, so now the expectation from the leadership is like, so the person is doing the work for 100 days, then the artificial intelligent concepts or the machines is doing within a fraction of seconds or a single day. Okay, that is reducing the manpower effort. So the industry, the expectation, everything is moves to the latest technology trends. So we need to be adopting that. And the third point would be problem solving ability. So the real world problems, right? For example, so Google, you are searching for data structure and it is giving you the programming language list. Is that the acceptable one? No, right? That is a real world problem. That is a production problem. We need to fix it immediately. So for that, how you do what you do, so like means because of my change, because of I written my code, it had a problem, or someone else, some other team had made some mistakes, because of that issue. Okay, so we need to go deeper, test, and ensure there is no further problems in the future. Okay, this is what we need to be more proactive while solving the problem. Okay, and the fourth point would be under the technical proficiency would be the tool proficiency. Okay. So nowadays, maybe you are not using that GitLab and all. So what our teamers do in the industry, okay? There is a common repository, and this common repository, each and every developer and the team members, we have our working copy, okay? So we do push, pull our changes, and once my requirement is completed, then I do commit my changes. So after committing, if there is new requirement is coming, then it will be update. Okay, so the version will be changed. Very first time version 1, version 2. Okay, so for all the developers, there are 50 developers, then 50 people having their own local copy in their own devices. After committing their changes, it will be updated into the integration platform. In that integration platform, everybody in the team can able to access, test, and certify. Okay, so this is how the tool proficiency or the Git will work. Okay, and coming to the quality and efficiency, so whatever the code you are writing, it will be clean and efficient and maintainable code. So which means so I am working on this industry, so after some days I will be moving to some other industry or some other project. Okay, this same client I won't be working, but I written the code. It should not be the case like someone should not understand this particular code, what I written. Okay, so we need to be having our clean efficient code, someone should understand, and also it should optimize the performance and as well the coding standards. Okay, so in this basic platform, right, we discussed about the programming languages, and the web development languages. Basically, we use React JS and HTML. Okay, so the React JS and the Java Spring Boot microservices, both programming front end and back end languages, are the most wanted programming languages in the industry. Okay, and coming to the database connectivity, we go for Postgres and MySQL. And so operating systems, it will be there in your curriculum as well, right? So how the hardware and the software interacts, so that operating system is used. So we have many operating systems: Windows, Mac OS, what else, Android, Unix, so many operating systems as well. Okay, and coming to the software development methodologies, right? So as I said earlier, there is we have two set of life cycles methodologies, we can say. So traditional and the waterfall and the agile way of methods. Okay, the traditional, right, it will be the fixed one. If there is a 10 requirement is given, then there is no change in that. So after 10 completed, it will go to the testing team and deliverable. So if there is any change, then we should not adapt anything in between. But coming to the agile, right, we can adapt the changes anytime. So out of 10 requirements, if 2 completed, then I can deploy and test, I can apply to the production. That is how now it is evolved. Okay. So the agile part, maybe we can discuss further in the upcoming slides. Okay. Yeah. So we can move to the next slide. Yeah, the second major expectation from the industry, that is the continuous learning. So keeping skills up to date. Okay. So now you know Java or you know C, C++. So what is the new add-ons or the new plugins is recently added? Okay. So you need to be more proactive and check that what is the new thing has come. Okay. So you can inform your professors or someone, okay, ma'am, I Googled it and I got this information. So this and all, you can give information to your professors as well. Okay. And so one of the technology was so confident, then you can go with some certifications and workshops. You can attend some online courses so that you can keep yourself updated. Okay. And the second part would be the growth mindset. So there is a new changes were coming in. So whatever we developed or we completed, there is a new changes expected from the client. Then we need to adapt and we need to complete that on time. Okay. And also the one more important expectation, the feedback, right? So whatever the things assigned to you, the whatever the learning part you have learned out of which, so you can discuss, you can give the feedback to them, so that it will help you to give the skill development activity from you. Third part is the learning from experiences. So many of the things we do mistakes. Okay. So even for our growth from our school, college, every time, so we do some mistakes, but we should not repeat the mistakes again and again, right? That mistakes will be the success or the stepping stone for you for the next activities. So this lessons, so whatever the things you learned, okay, so applying lessons learned from past projects or mistakes, and we need to have the collaboration with the experienced people. Okay. For our forum, the main expectation, we need to interact more with our leadership or our juniors as well. So they were stuck with somewhere else, right? We need to give the proper guidance to track the correct path. So otherwise, right, they will be stuck in the same task. It won't complete it at all. So we need to have the clear connect with all the mentorship with our team. And self-directed development. So it will be taking initiatives and explore ourselves, okay, and building personal projects and contributing to open source. So some of the things, right? So your department will ask you to take some of the initiative, or it the common forum they will be announcing this is the new upcoming thing is coming, who is willing to take it up. So that time we need to take it up, that initiative, and explore others. Some of the things you may be learning and some of the things you will be teaching others, right? So that will be the self-directed development. And the industry awareness. So each and every industry have different standards. So our TCS have a different, and TCS, CTS, Infosys, we have HCL. So every industry have their own industry standards and awareness concepts, right? So we can go through them with the blogs or some of the webinars we can attend. So we need to follow some professional community in LinkedIn or somewhere, so that each and every day, so for the new things we can learn from the uh, topper from the industries. Okay. So the leadership will give you the updates on a daily basis. The recent telecom thing, right? So the 5G network we implemented. So the 5G, so everyone say it is a 5G, 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 but how it is implemented, okay, it will be more reliable. So for our client is, right, it is a US most reliable telecom domain. So the 5G network, right, it will be as a most powerful industry learning, AI powered and customer experienced innovation one. So that is the recent implementation we did for the customer. Okay. So our telecom client has many customers. So one of the vendor partner is TCS. So we delivered in this particular activity. Okay. So that we will do is just not only ours, right? It is a team effort, it's a collaboration, and each and every one is responsible for the deliverable. So that is the continuous learning team. So here we seen the upcoming, also upgrade ourselves to the skill set, growth mindset, and learning from experience, and self-directed development and industry awareness. Yeah, we can go to the next slide. Yeah, the third important expectation from the industry is the problem solving ability. Okay, so here, so the decision making skills, right? There is a problem arises, there is a crisis arises, you can say. Okay, so for example, if flood in Chennai, okay, so that time we should not operate the work or commute to the office. So that time our other offices, either in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Delhi, Pune, so that location people should be operative and they need to deliver, right? And also there is a problem arises in the production. So how you are collaborating with the team and fixing that thing on a time. Okay, so we need to consider in the time, quality, resource. Okay, and whatever the decision you are making, that will be the best fit for the team. Okay, sometimes, right, we may not know what to take and what to decide. Okay, so that your mentors are directly, or your professors or some HOD, someone can there to help you. Okay, so you can get in touch with them and take the right decision. So, and the second part would be the resilience under pressure. Okay, some of the issues coming, you are unable to handle. So that time, right, we should not able to focus and we will shout and we will call someone else. This all will happen. Okay, but that will not help you give you the solution at all. We need to stay calm, focused, and understand the situation where exactly the problem comes, and collaboratively talk to the team and fix the problem as a team. Okay, so it will be the teamwork team, students. Okay, when you coming to the industry, it will be the teamwork. So it is not a single person's effort. As a team, we will be achieving the goals. Okay, and analytical thinking. So there are many big problems, right? Make complex problems, you can say, or something is a bigger one. So what we can do, we can break that into smaller parts. After that, think and decide. Okay, so we need to apply our logical reasoning. So how effectively it can be done. So those things we can think and we can apply. And creative approaches. Okay, so there is a normal approach, a plus b is equal to c, that is a common terms and conditions. So apart from that, so see how I can arrive in a different way, so thinking out of the box. Okay, some of the things. And what we can say, some of the websites you are seeing, right, SBI or Google or something you are using in a day-to-day basis, some of the apps you are using. So those things, if you feel like this can be added in a better way, or I'm clicking this button twice without any reason, some of the things, if you're striking in your mind, right, when you're coming to the industry, these are the new ideas and the innovation for you for each and every forum. Okay, that will come under the creative approach. And RCA, the root cause analysis. Okay, some of the problem is coming, some of the team problem also coming. Okay, so we need to analyze the exact root cause from where the problem is coming. Okay, so from that we need to drive the deep drive. And so with that, we need to resolve the problem. Without root cause, we won't be able to fix the problem at all. Okay, that is the main thing. So the problem solving concept mainly it would be, so we need to identify, define, explore, action, and look back. Okay, ideal. That is the problem solving concept. Okay, so in this problem solving ability, we seen the decision making skills and resilience under pressure, analytical thinking, creative approaches, and root cause analysis. Yeah, we can go to the next slide. Yeah. So adaptability and agility, right? As I mentioned earlier, the new term, right? Okay. 1 second. So our industry is using the new term. It's a agile methodology. Okay. This agile methodology, if you have heard some of the terms, Scrum, Lean, Safe. So these are the methodologies within the agile we will be using. Okay. Agile, basically, there are 3 roles, main important roles here. So we have product owners, scrum masters, and the dev team. Okay, so the product owner, he will be owning the entire program. Okay, The Scrum Master, who is responsible for delivering that particular features on time. The dev team is the entire backbone for this agile program. So the dev team contains testers, developers, testers, program managers, leads, and the delivery manager. So everyone is responsible for the deliverables. Okay. So what we will do is like we have a backlogs. Backlog means it's a new features. Okay. For example, so there are new plugins or the your iPhone or your Android phone looking for update, right? That update means there are new features were implemented in this particular phone or the app you are using that will be get added after your update. Okay. Backlog means it's a new feature we are going to implement further. So the next is a sprint backlog, which means the sprint means it's a 3 weeks duration sprint. In that sprint, what you do, how many features align to the production. Okay. So in that 3 weeks, we need to develop, test, and deploy. Okay. And the increment activities. And the events, right after the sprint planning, we do the scrum calls review. After that, we do the retrospective, which means what went well, so what needs to be improved in the next sprint. Okay, so those things all will discussed and it will all come into the agility part. Okay, so how we are adapting this agility in our day-to-day activities. Okay, so embracing the change, so willingness to learn new skills and adjust to shifting priorities. Okay, there are new 10 requirements that came in, but after the estimation, right, we clearly came to know this out of 10 only 8 can be delivered, 2 it's not in the scope or it can be moved to the next sprint. So based upon that we can negotiate and we can move to the next sprint. Okay, and staying flexible with evolving technologies and the market needs. So what is the current expectation from the market, right? We can analyze and we need to work accordingly. And quick response to changes. So ability to pivot and act decisionally in unexpected situations, maintaining productivity during organizational or industry changes. Okay, whenever there is a change, is the organization expecting them. So without productivity loss, we need to ensure this particular change fixed. Okay, and continuous improvement. So if there is a deployment is already completed and they were expecting new changes then, so what are the new things it can be applied or it can be improved in a better way. So that continuous improvement we need to be give for all the aspects. And cross functional collaboration. Okay, so we need to work collaboratively with the other teams. So initially we could sense that the team is not interacting with others. Okay, so even the development team 10 members, that 10 members itself not interacting, no one is aware what the team is doing. So end of the day they will say I have completed my part, but the overall program or overall functionality as a business need, no one is aware. So now the interaction collaboration has improved in this agile way. So every team they are interactive with their own teams and the different teams, so that so we came to know, okay, this is the expectation, this is the way I am implementing this activity. Okay, and positive attitude under uncertainty. So, remaining optimistic and proactive when plans change and encouraging others to adapt and keep the momentum. So, the change is an agile world, right? The changes will happen each and every seconds, a fraction of seconds. So, we need to adapt and keep going. Okay, these are the things. So, this agile methodology, we seen the roles and the events and the 3 artifacts and the embracing change and the quick response, continuous improvement, cross-functional collaboration, and the positive attitude. This is what we discussed in this slide. We can go to the next one. Yeah, this is the last expectation team. Like our from the industry perspective, the professional ethics and the security awareness. Okay, so each and every industry having their own checklist. Okay, they have their rules of conduct, regulations, values, okay, principles. So it will differ the industry to industry. So the main, the basic thing is, right, the security best practice. So what we needs to do is like understanding and applying basic cybersecurity principles. So the basic thing you are using passwords on a daily basis. So what we do is like basically we keep our birthdays or our lovable person's name as a password, right? What we thought is like it won't forget, that is what we keep, but that is not a secure password at all. We need to keep strong password that consist of alphabets, numerals, and special characters and everything. Okay, and also your coding also should be in a secure manner. You know, our TCS, in this forum we won't be able to share anything to outside world. Okay, so we won't be able to open even Gmail or YouTube, nothing. Okay, so if you trigger to open itself, it will be notified to the cybersecurity team, and we will get a mail like you are trying to open, you're trying to access this. Okay, something we will be notified. So which forum you are trying to work, you can be adapt that best practice and follow that coding standards. Okay, and protective sensitive information from unauthorized user access. So which means we are as I mentioned, we are working for a telecom domain client. So in that, we will be using some virtual machine, which means from our TCS network, we will be connecting to some other virtual machine and working. So same time, only one machine will be accessed, and the screenshot option. So everything will be disabled. So which means we should not use the client code or their property to other forums at all. Okay, that information, it will be the sensitive one. And compliance and legal awareness. So we need to follow the industry regulations. It is GDPR, General Data Protection and Regulation. So the data privacy laws. So organizational security policies, whatever would be. So we need to follow that. Okay. So it will be the right to be informed, the right of access, the right of the right to object. So kind of things. Okay, and integrity in work. So, acting honestly and responsibly in all professional activities, and respecting intellectual property, confidentiality, and company policies. Okay, so these are the basic things you will be respecting, you will be giving respecting to the particular industry. Okay, so whatever the confidential information they have, we should not share to others. Okay, and you need to be responsible for all the professional activities as a team. And the accountability, so we need to take ownership for all the actions and the decisions. So some of the actions, right, if you are sticking into that, we need to be ensure that is delivered or that is handed over to the right team in a correct manner. Okay, and admitting mistakes and working to correct them. Okay, so there are some mistakes or some changes or some of the problems will come. Okay, so but so we need to work along with them and help them to correct it. Okay, and ethical use of technology, so using digital tools resource responsibly, so avoiding misuse of data, software, or systems. Okay, so which means so our industry, so whenever you need to download or you need to install something, we have separate process. Like I need to raise a ticket, so the concerned team will download and help me. Okay, but I won't be able to download as in my login. Okay, so my access will be restricted. So these are the things. So whatever the user data I need to use, that is my own data. Whatever the things I need to go apart from the industry, then I need to request and get it done. Okay, and so using all the digital tools, so we need to be ensure it will be used in a proper manner. Okay, that is the overall points about the professional ethics and the security awareness. So this part, we are seeing the security best practices, compliance and legal awareness, and integrity in work, accountability, and ethical use of technology. Okay, so basically from industry perspective, so these are the expectations team. Okay, it's the technical proficiency. So which means you should have the solid programming and system knowledge with the hands-on on the project experience. And the second part would be the continuous learning, which means a apart from the curriculum, what are the current stack, okay, the AI, cloud, cybersecurity, to upgrade yourself, okay. And the third expectation would be the problem solving ability, so analytical and the critical thinking, so that help you to efficient and secure the solution. The fourth expectation would be adaptability and agility, so that will give you the guidance how to work in the agile collaboration mode, okay. And the final thing would be the professional ethics, so we need to follow the data privacy and the cyber security best practices what the industry expects. Yeah, that's it, team. Thank you. We can go with the questions. Am
Any
I
queries
audible?
from the any queries from the participant side?
Team, is that helpful for you? So at least a thumbs up I needed. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for the response, team. But happy to see you. Okay, so all of you. So I remembered my college days. So it's really happy to see you all.
Any queries? I think there is no queries, and shall we conclude?
Actually,
Yeah, yes, Herlin.
Rekha ma'am has given a hand raise. Rekha ma'am, Kanchana ma'am. I think they might have some questions. Rekha ma'am. Alin ma'am, I think we can wind it. Because there
Yeah,
are no
sure.
response.
Okay, we shall wind it.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. All the very best.
Herlin ma'am, can you please share the feedback link?
Okay, I'll share. Nice to meet you, Alin.
Yeah, thank you,
After a
Herlin.
few years.
Yes. Yeah, it's a
Sure.
nice forum, Herlin.
Okay, I want to appreciate the time you took to share your knowledge and experience with us. So I think your input will help the emerging professionals to better understand the industrial expectations and prepare themselves for the challenges ahead. So thank you
Yeah, yeah.
once again for your valuable contribution, Alin.
Yeah, thank you, Herlin. Thank you so much. I'm expecting more people from your college to our team.
Sure, Alin. Sure, Alin.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. We
thank you
shall
so much.
conclude.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Take care.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye. So feedback link will be posted both in the YouTube and the Gmeet chat. So kindly enter your feedback, and within 1 hour, I think the feedback will be closed. So participants, please cooperate with this. Thank you all.